Good morning and welcome to the Detox Show in New York City with Adam Morris. Today I'm kind of just working my sets out, making sure I got enough lines in case I need to take it a different way and reminding myself of old lines. So here we go. You know, I've been arrested between 25 and 30 times in my life. I got 7 DUIs. I used to wear that as a badge of honor. Now I feel like I'm getting announced as a boxer who has a losing record. Some of my things have been, extortion, intent to distribute crack cocaine, intent to distribute marijuana. Again, DUIs or assault. So it's like, I don't know if I was trying to keep my career options open, like pharmaceuticals, MAA, or, even a drunk NASCAR driver, if they ever started a circuit for that for people for shits and giggles. I actually got an open container ticket over the weekend, and I do that because I feel like that's my way of donating to the police department in case I forget to send in my money to them. You got to give back. So I'm at the doctor's the other day, and she says to me, are you hearing voices, or you think of hurting yourself or anyone else? And I get kind of tired of hearing it. So finally, I'm like, yeah, doc, I'm hearing voices again. I wanted the company. And, she'll be like, well, what are your hobbies now? And I'm like, I go to the courthouse and watch cases. She'll give me that puzzled look. And I'm like, yeah, Broadway shows got kind of boring. I hang out with the homeless and get drunk with them because, again, I believe in community service. So things I have to do to wrap myself back to sanity now, when I go on a bender, because I'm actually a little hungover today. I've only had like 8 beers. I'm trying to keep it under 12 a day. I'll think of ridiculous stories that I've actually done in my life. And I've actually been in 3 house raids in my life. And if you don't know what a house raid is, it's, when the police kick in the door and, because they've had enough evidence and they raid the house, they lock everybody up, And actually, I'm a chef for a living. And, I've worked at some really nice places in my life. And, I worked at like the Palace, the Soho House, 235th, Le Cirque, if you're familiar with New York restaurants. And that's not what I'm proud of talking about. I like going, I used to run crack houses. We got time for one story. There's one day I'm going to drop the crack off at the house. I would just drop it off, they'd sell it, they'd get a percent. And, I pull up and I'm drunk. And I go into the house, and as soon as I walk in the house, and I should have known better because there was this big fat Italian guy in the door, right? And where I'm from, it was just white trash and, black people. And I grew up in South Baltimore, and, that should have been a red flag, but I was drunk. So as soon as I walk in, they slam me on the ground. They start kicking the living shit out of me. I'm laughing. I'm telling them what I'm going to do. And there's been times I've been afraid of cops, but, I'm drunk, and at this point, I didn't give a shit. So I'm laughing, telling them what I'm going to do to their mothers, their wives, their sisters, even their grandmothers at this point. I don't give a shit. Everybody on the couch is laughing at me. And then my cell phone rings. And, it's my girlfriend. And the cop says to her, I don't know if you knew this or not, but your boyfriend's actually gay. He's giving me fellatio right now. And the bastards took $1,500 off me that day. So they pull me up, and they're like, I bet if we took off these cuffs, you wouldn't be so tough. And, they pulled me up, I'm a little bloodied up, so I started laughing at them. And I was like, you take these off, you might kick my ass, but I'm belting the closest one that I can, I'm belting one of you. Whoever's closest to me is getting it. So, they kept the cuffs on, they just threw me in a paddy wagon, and I actually beat that case because I was smart enough to leave the drugs in the car. So when they did the search in the car, they took my keys from me and just opened up the car. It was a legal search and seizure. So actually, there's really no point to that story, except I do a lot of dumb shit when I'm drunk. Who walks into a house raid that has already been in progress drunk? Sometimes people will say to me, you should think about, maybe going to a recovery program. And this is what I can tell you. I've been to AA, Al-Anon, SLA, which is sex and love addiction. I've been to a shaman. I've read the Torah. This is what I've learned from that, The Torah just basically taught me Adam did have a wife before Eve. Her name was Lilith. Apparently she wasn't subservient enough to him, so, she left him for an archangel. Adam meets Eve. I guess Eve was a little bit more of a nympho. There's, let me wrap this up real quick. AA's like going to church without the wine. A shaman that's Middle Eastern philosophy that's not going to work in New York. Can you imagine going in front of your boss and just going, look, I fucked up, I'll learn from my mistake. Al-Anon is great if you want to pick up women that, want to be your mothers. Hey, I'm not judging, I'm a scumbag. If you need a wingman, I'll go with you. And finally, to wrap this up, SLAA. It's sex, love, addiction again. And that was the scariest one I went to. Mind you, I used to sell crack to women. So, I go in there and I hear these women just going, I want to bang, bang, bang. I was so scared. I went back the next week and I was drunk and I thought it was funnier than any comedy show I've ever seen. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that down. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Detox Show. Peace.